Hello, everybody. Alarm activated. What's going on? I'm a little tired today. I was up late last night fighting Melania, Blade of Mekhala. But one thing is for sure. It was a good, clean fight. And I did really well. And there's no one who's gonna dispute any of those facts. But now is time for Mass Effect, and I'm so ready. How's it going? Too tired for this? Good to see you. Jacked in right for the beginning of the stream. Appreciate that. Nosebleeds, what's up? Hey, Aster. Andrew, my man. Time to finish the fight. Wait, wrong game. Wasn't that the tagline for the third game? You're in the right zone. Oh, thank you, Caster. I appreciate that. Just out of curiosity, what's the biggest? Somebody probably beat me to the punch by a few years. But that's crazy. I honestly didn't even realize that it had crossed the 1,000,000 view threshold. But that's cool. Yeep. Move OBS here. There we go. Hey, what's up, Frank? Oh, it's Halo 3, right? That's such a, like... That's a tagline that could be, like, for the third game of so many different space-related series that I know. About to boot up Shadow Tower Abyss. Sorry in advance. But suffer through it and you will learn to enjoy it. Or, you know, there's a chance you will anyway. Depending on what kind of person you are. Let's see here. Actually going to load. Started before to mix audio a little bit. I hope it's all right. As usual. You can tell me if it's not. Okay, what happened last time? We figured out the big evil plan. The Reapers destroyed the Protheans, and now we're gonna stop the Reapers. The only way we know how, by choosing the worst possible options and making sure that nothing good happens in this world. And I completely forget how to play every time I start again. Let's go through some equipment. It's been a while. Or maybe it hasn't, actually. Stuff all looks pretty state-of-the-art. Maybe we don't need new equipment. The bald brother we don't deserve. You don't deserve. You could take. There's like a few different ways that you could interpret that. Nobody deserves him. He's like corporal punishment in human form. Oh. Convince you to get some very legal copies of the Shadow Shower translation. You know what? Sometimes the only recourse is a legal copy.
The Presidium is experiencing severe system malfunctions across the entire level. All non-emergency personnel must evacuate immediately.
Oh, we're getting a status report, whether or not I have to log off.
Give me a rundown of the damage.
We have lost all primary power to the level. Environmental controls are not responding. Class 3 fires are burning in sectors 2, 3, 6, and 7.
Piracy, yeah, it seems more and more that it is basically the only true form of preservation in this crazy workaday world.
They are believed to be hostile. Please approach with caution.
Come on, we need to stop Sarah.
I'll tell you one thing. There's only so many copies of Seal of the Pharaoh floating around, okay? Once somebody accidentally steps on the last disc, that's it for Seal of the Pharaoh, unless there's ROM data hidden somewhere in the ether. Or whatever the Gold Star Electric Corporation, whoever the hell made the game, decides they want to archive it and make it available for modern audiences. Unfortunately, I don't own any copies of it, but I do own a copy of Dragon Tycoon Edge. I wanted to make sure that I had access to that one at a moment's notice. You never know when you're gonna need it. You really don't. Sometimes you just sitting there thinking to yourself, God, I wish I had a copy of Dragon Tycoon Edge. I don't want to be in that position anymore. Shadow Tower X Seal of the Pharaoh OST. It's a great idea. It would just be the Seal of the Pharaoh OST. It's the perfect plan. It's like a Trojan horse to get people to listen to Seal of the Pharaoh. Using the vehicle of Shadow Tower that is not really remarkably popular. It's a multifaceted plan. I appreciate it. Virtual Highlight. I'm planning on taking a look at that one. I'm going to do a Saturn video within the next couple months. That's on my list. So for every Panzer Dragoon saga, there's an equal and opposite Virtual Highlight to take a look at. Yeah, I'm convinced that they just called it Dragon Tycoon Edge because it was like 3 kind of popular words in video games, I guess, at the time.
Saren's locked the elevator. Suit up. We're going outside.
Anti-gravity mode. Oh, what's up, Tricky? Speaking of Shadow Tower original soundtrack, how are those videos coming along? You didn't release your next video yet, did you? Hybrid Haven? YouTube is terrible for actually showing you things from your subscribe lists. I guess I can't be sure. Nice. I love the Geth slowly floating away. That's like, to me, that's sort of an iconic Mass Effect image. Filming the last thing and then finishing editing. Nice. Well, listen. Now, if you need thumbnail advice, I may not have the right background to tell you whether or not your thumbnail's good, but I think I have the right approach to tell you whether or not it's good. I won't just tell you that it looks stupid and then refuse to elaborate further. What? No rigid body physics with the Geth? I'm furious. But cheers, Deacon. Thank you very much. Massive respect for watching them. That's the only way they get made, is if people care. I mean, I guess I could make them anyway, but, you know, it helps. It helps. I'll tell you one thing. I'm editing the Ultima 4 video right now. If I didn't know that there was going to be some people who wanted to see it, I'd have a very hard time justifying the amount of, like, sheer man hours and detail. Why is... what the... does anybody else hear this? What is happening? There's just a Sega Rally Championship ad playing on my Twitter. I don't even know why this is open. This is just... what the hell? I was fighting a Krogan, all of a sudden I heard him yell, Sega Rally Championship. It's like, what is going on? I don't remember the Krogan yelling that last time I played the game. It was Seinfeld. My character kind of looks like Dark George. Shepard getting hyped. This game has like an adrenaline system. When you're at your max adrenaline levels, slap bass music starts playing. It's like extreme G when the music mutes after you hit the sound barrier. Like that you're covering Ultimates before 7 is either passion or insanity. Do you know which though? You know, I feel like there's actually a surprisingly fine line between those things. Sometimes the distinction is very blurry. Yeah, I would say it's like an equal blend of those mixed with just enough sort of like discipline to get my millennial sensibilities past the initial hurdle of having to like play an RPG that's well, first one is almost 50 years old, which is actually insane that there's any video game that is, I mean, any RPG anyway, that's like almost 50. But yeah, a little from column A, a little from column, a little healthy insanity. I don't think any ever hurt anybody. Oh, what's up? I finished a video game. Is Mass Effect an RPG? These are the questions. Well, look, if The Legend of Zelda is an RPG, then Mass Effect certainly isn't an RPG because it's not a medieval setting, there's no spells, it's not widely understood as one. I don't know, I think you're gonna have a pretty hard case to prove that this is an RPG, but you're welcome to try. The lack of Knights of Princess. Yes, exactly. Exactly right. To me, it's a science fiction action shooter side scroller beat 'em up style game with light RPG elements. Oh, me? My verified check mark? Oh, thank you for noticing. I was like, I don't care about that check mark, and then I hit 100,000 subscribers, and I was like, I kind of care about that check mark. I actually hate this game's hacking, I've decided now at the very end. Found my stuff through Calibeth Ultima. 3 decades young who played them, but obsessed with really old games. Yeah, fair enough. I kind of... So here's what drove me. Now, Smart Money on YouTube says that when you kind of find something specifically that drives some success in your channel, you should stick to that and only that. And I was like finding my viewership mostly at that point through just like it started branching out a bit, but it was mostly JRPGs when I started. And I was reading this book called Dungeons and Desktops by Matthew Barton, which if you're interested in like the history of CRPG, it's sort of done in like the context of a series of reviews of the games starting from the beginning of RPG history onward. and he talked about a Calibeth, and I was like, oh, I think I vaguely remember that from the Spoonie reviews. And as I read through the book and got to all the Ultimas, I started having like almost like intrusive thoughts while thinking about other videos, where I was like, you know, I should do the entire Ultima series and just spend like 2 years covering those games, and then my rational brain would take over and be like, well, that's stupid. And then I'd be like editing something else and be like, hey, maybe you should do the entire Ultima series though. And it kept happening to the point where it's like, all right, brain, we'll do Calibeth and Ultima 1 and see where it goes. And ended up enjoying that project so much that I was like, here we go. Gotta follow your heart sometimes. Thank you very much, David John. Appreciate that. Currently sitting in a plane waiting for takeoff. Let's see if you can beat the game before we rotate. Oh man, it's a speed run now. All right, challenge accepted. The Geth run is kind of funny too for robots. What is going on down there? What manner of chaos? Uh-oh. I need help. Bro, nice. Hee looks awesome. Here we go. Right. The hacking. Use the hacking. Or I guess it doesn't matter when they're dead. Endless stream of Geth football running towards me. Yeah, Underworld games are cool. Underworld games are really cool. The more I like realize what a undertaking will be. So this, like the Ultima 4 video, in comparison to other Ultimas, it's probably taken me like twice as long to actually do it. The research has been way more extensive, and the editing too. There's more to talk about. It's just more video. It's more of a background and everything. So I'm sort of, it's dawning on me that it's like, it ain't gonna get easier from here. It's not gonna get simpler. Now, Ultima 4 is like a more kind of philosophical game, so some of the more conceptual stuff I think is gonna be more here than the other games. But you know, there's a lot of games in that series, a lot of spin-offs, a lot of like pivotal moments for different aspects of games. Pivotal for RPGs, pivotal for MMORPGs, pivotal for 3D games in general. I would even argue pivotal for like immersive sims. So there's like so many like, this was a big deal and here's why type of oh dang, your plane's taken off for sure. Anyways, a lot to go over. Oh man, all the way back here with the Krogan warriors. Well, I guess it's good to start with the BioWare enemy rush at the end of the game now while I still have lots of energy. Oh no, this is a souped up Krogan. Pivotal to you having a nice morning. Oh shucks. That's a lot of pressure you just put on me, by the way. Excellent. Play the PS1 Breath of Fire games, and if so, thoughts. I have not played them, but those games, like Wild Arms, are sorry, I had like one wisp of hair that kept blowing in my face. Those games are both like two PS1 series that I'd like to explore at some point for the channel, probably. Sometimes going over an entire series is what ends up grabbing you, better or for worse. I think this is working. I see a hit marker. Good as new. Nice. Are you fucking kidding me? I think I was at full health. Okay. New plan. Hide. Hide. Shield boost. We need to be using that. Should probably, I don't know, just try my stupid assault rifle. Is our shepherd done anything evil? No, unfortunately, not since last time. I haven't had a chance to do anything evil yet because I've just been fighting these same 7 robots over and over again. But rest assured, depending on how long this final section is. All right, you can't save. Maybe if I run back, I can throw a save there. As long as there's no enemies on the radar? No, I guess the game probably is like no saving for the entire final stretch here. But what are you gonna do? The game has been very entertaining, but I can't tell to what extent that's because of the fact that Shepard's face is funny and I'm streaming it versus how much I've enjoyed it. But I've enjoyed it in the past. I have. I'm taking it slightly less seriously this time, so that's a certain je ne sais quoi. Wait, no, not Unity. I think we pretty much just have to do this. I think that's the way. Just hide all the way back here. Oh. Oh no, she broke her legs, her back.
Just a scratch.
Yeah, sure hope one of these rockets doesn't hit Shepard in the head and instantly kill him. Wouldn't that blow? The hallways of finality, is that your name for the final stretch of an RPG where you have to fight a trillion enemies and none of the strengths of the game are coming into play? I don't know if it is or not, but I like that. That's a very Obsidian thing, by the way. Like this whole game with like these like intricate choice and consequence based RPG systems, character customization and different skills and everything. And you get to the end and you just have to spam Force Lightning for 2.5 hours and it feels like it never ends. Oops, we ran out of time. You can keep it, thank you. Nice. Nice. Save time, baby. Freebie from the Waffle House. That's what I'm talking about. Can I take home those tiny syrups in the plastic container? You know, at Burger King, you can get free refills. $20 minutes? Oh, man. I'll never defeat Saren in 20 minutes. I don't even know how far away he is, how many more waves of robots I have to kill. But you paid me, you valiantly sponsored this stream, so